Most mornings, Don Faustino wakes at 6, but on Saturdays, he wakes at 4 so he doesn't miss a 7:30 a.m. bus. When 7 finally rolls around, he leaves the simple room he shares with his grandson, waits excitedly on a dusty dirt road, and steps onto a packed bus that takes him to town. For this 102-year-old, 5-generation patriarch, this is the highlight of his week. Accompanied by his grandson Jorge and his great-grandson Marcos, he first mills through the weekly farmer's market in search of the perfect red peppers and platanos. He reaches into his pocket, pays with a few tattered bills, which are part of meager savings from more than 70 years of working as a mule driver. Most people over 100 can't get out of a chair, but now, with the intense mid-morning sun already beating down, Don Faustino shuffles resolutely towards the butcher. He could have bought the meat in the market, but he's loyal to his friends, and he likes routines. Next door, he buys sweetbread for his son, another ritual. Never mind the fact that his son is now 78 years old. Obviously, he has no intention of slowing down. His next purchase is a calendar so that he can plan out his year. The calendar's title? The River of Life. Before we catch the bus back to his village, we sit down for breakfast. Over a bowl of meat soup, I ask him about his life. I wondered what Don Faustino's life plan was. He worked hard his whole life as a mule driver and subsistence farmer, raised his family, and 9 years ago buried his wife of 70 years after she fell. A life not too happy or sad, a life that was, as he put it, tranquilo. But there was more to it. Before I could formulate exactly what it was, we were off again to deliver bread to Don Faustino's son. The son wasn't home, but Faustino's daughter-in-law, Maria Jesus, was, and she lit up when she saw the old man. Faustino's grandson told me that he's been doing this every Saturday for the past 40 years, and then every Sunday he makes soup for the family out of the groceries he bought in town. This is the highlight of his week. It all made sense to me now. At 102, Don Faustino is still the patriarch of the family and still feels the need to provide. The family spans 5 generations, and most of them live in the same village. I especially wanted to see Evans, his great-great-grandson, who is 95 years younger than him. I not only met Evans, but I met his mother, his mother's mother, his mother's mother's mother, and, of course, the king of the family, Faustino. They honored us by posing for the team. I have to say, they didn't strike me as the most affectionate family. Not like my family, who hug every time we see each other. But there was definitely something palpable here. I guess you could say it was duty fueled by love and then tempered by hardship. In every blue zone, people possess a strong sense of purpose. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, the reason to wake up in the morning. Here the term is plan de vida. Several studies have shown that when people lose their purpose in life, lose a job or a spouse, they die very quickly. Most vital centenarians can't articulate exactly why, but somehow they keep their sense of purpose alive. In the case of Don Faustino's, it just may be that this weekly trip to the market to provide for his family is what keeps his river of life flowing.
Living longer, better. Blue Zones.